just want to talk about somebody that I am a big fan of. My man, Jalen Hurts, for many reasons. One, obviously, the road to where he is right now, because it wasn't linear in terms of his success, right? He had some ups and downs on that roller coaster, and we saw him respond, and what a lesson. Such inspirational watching him just go out there and always respond to whatever they put in front of him and overachieve based on low expectations when we know the boy is uber talented and he's proven everybody wrong that bets against him. I love that. Okay, but then he had a press conference yesterday, and I said, I love this too, because I know Jalen Hurts, a leader, a man's man. Like Jalen Hurts is the one in the room who displays that leadership, who holds everyone up to a higher standard of character. Just seems that way, right? And they asked Jalen Hurts how he feels about being the highest paid player in the league. And Jalen Hurts answered it in Jalen Hurts fashion. We know what that is. One, he always has these like buttoned up Hurtsisms, right? Like these like little Wileyisms he puts out there that are amazing. But also, it's always something to make you think he's taking the high road. Love it. So they say, how you feel since you're the highest paid player in the league? And he says, well, quote, money is nice, championships are better, end quote. And that gave me a little pause, even though I knew that would be something that would come from Jalen Hurts. I want to talk about that a little bit because I know he's telling the truth. Just not the whole truth, nothing but the truth. You know, one of those, like he's not lying. But it's interesting how athletes especially are put in a position where they can't come off as self-serving, selfish, or even actually receiving what they've earned. Like it's always this ultimate deflection to others, right? Even in a great game, you can see a guy go out there and run for 400 yards. And literally the first thing he's going to say, well, not only do I got to thank my offensive line, I'm like, duh, I give you that. They made them big holes. But then he starts saying, oh, yeah, also I want to thank the receivers who were running down the field. Like, they ain't really blocked, but whatever. Thank the coaches for the play calling. Thank the defense for getting them off the field. I was like, when you going to thank you, dog? Like, I saw you make 9 people miss on one play. It wasn't the O-line who helped on that play. And it's just like we are conditioned. Sometimes you thank people that didn't even have anything to do with it, right? You start thanking the equipment man. Like, that day, he hooked the cleats up. Like, it's just like, okay, I get it. That's what keeps the wheel turning and really keeps people from lighting you up because now you seem like you're about yourself. I was like, all right, I get it. But then it made me think like, what came first? Championship or money for Jalen Hurts? Obviously, it's the money. Now, money came first, and money is the reason why we're even having this press conference. But he's saying, this is great, this is nice, but championships are better. But are they really better than getting yours? Think about it. Let's just first start off with extremes, all right? So would you rather be an underpaid champion or an overpaid non-champion? I'll take the latter. Overpaid, as soon as you say overpaid, I stop listening. What did you say? But seriously, what would you guys rather be? An underpaid champion or overpaid non-champion? Think about it. Now, that could be extreme. I'm not talking about right there like, you were so close. I'm saying, nah, you're not really making what you should make, but you all of a sudden got this team ring. And it's funny because I feel that the facts and the actions speak for themselves in this. All these athletes going around talking about team, that's in pursuit. That championship's in pursuit of getting the purse, of getting the bag, of getting that dough, right? Now, if you can have both, you won. You actually won. But if you had to choose a role right now, you're in your pursuit for your championship, and then it veers off. Championship goes this way, that dough goes that way. Which way you're going? I don't know. I don't know for y'all, but I know for me, I am following them doughs. I'm following the chips. So it's a crazy moment because Jalen Hurts is in a position where he has to say these things, even though in those negotiations, they didn't stop before he was the highest paid player ever. Think about it. Like, we know that we got the Patrick Mahomes deal out there, but that's kind of wanky and it's so long, it's hard to consider. But Jalen Hurts, got the money, $255 million, right? So if the conversation behind closed doors is, nah, he deserves this. Oh, no, you know that these young guns are coming. Burrow's going to get paid. We already know that Justin Herbert's going to get paid. We know Lamar's going to get paid, etc. Don't play around. Trevor Lawrence is coming. Give him his money and give him a lot. All right. Now, you can say it's team friendly all you want. And yeah, it's not going to destroy their cap because he said it best. It takes a village. But still, why is he getting put in that position to say something that we know in negotiations obviously wasn't said, because the dude's the highest paid player in the game? Man, it's kind of crazy because I don't see other professions really having to go up there and say these things and justify it. Tell me if I'm wrong, right? You're sitting there, Bill Gates, when he was the CEO of Microsoft, and Bill Gates in the position to justify the money he got, he has to talk about the market value of the company and the cap market value. And it wasn't always linear. Like, no, the company's doing well, I'm going to do well. That's how the game goes. Like, we almost won the Super Bowl. I'm Jalen Hurts. Can I not get mine? Why don't fans, or why doesn't the media want to hear the real message? Because the real message is these guys are trying to eat, and these guys deserve to eat. It's almost like this. They don't want you to talk about it, and maybe not talking about it will make some of these guys not think about it. And then next thing you know, there's this spirit of take less, even though your owner who writes the check does never take less. He never is thinking about less. He is making those hot dogs more expensive every single weekend, right? Soda, every year I go to the stadium, I'm like, damn, how much is soda? And it ain't nothing but colored water. I'm like, dog, this is colored water with sugar, and you over here, I see how y'all make this syrup over there. And every year, what, the syrup costs more, is going up, right? Everybody's making more. But then when the athlete makes more, you better not talk about it. They don't even put the owners in that position where they're saying, okay, show us which way, right? It's just kind of crazy. Now, I know there are some cheap owners out there that obviously that's why they haven't won a championship. They don't properly resource their team. But there's also some owners that spin. Steve Ballmer's coming to mind right now, and nothing for it. But do you have to pick? Do you have to pick? He's spending his money. And then the athletes who get the money, all of a sudden they have to be defensive about getting the money that they've earned. Kind of a weird, wanky dynamic, I think, in the mentality of sports culture. So looking at it all is just, it's like this guilt of getting it if you're an athlete. I just wanted to really unlock that for Jalen Hurts. And I would have been fine if Jalen Hurts said, look, I think I've done a great job with this team in terms of the position we're in, and the sky's the limit, and what's in front of us is bright. And guess what? I'm a part of that, so I get a lot of that. I'll be like, yeah, that's more real than saying, well, money's nice, championships are better. Even though there's nothing wrong with that, we know it ain't all right. All right.